Hello, and welcome back to Newsbag. We're in, Series 2. We started doing series, or seasons, as it's called, for some reason.
Can we go with series? Season's a bit American.
Oh, yeah, true. Okay.
It's a bit more hip, though, isn't it, to say seasons?
Yeah, okay, season 2 of the series called Newsbag.
Nice.
Should put something in over the music at the start. Some kind of witty... we could use this one. Yeah, in case you're new, what is Newsbag? Well, what isn't Newsbag?
In a way.
Yeah. We're the podcast that takes the news which probably should have ended up on the cutting room floor, but somehow made it into the newspaper or the website. Not at the front, not on the front page, definitely not.
The website.
The one news website, news.com.
Have you not been on news.com? Why haven't we got newsbag.com? We gotta get that. Yeah, so I should just say we're three people. We live in Norwich, which is a city in Norfolk. Surprised how many people don't know that. So I'm here with Hannah.
All right, okay.
Lovely voice over there.
Thanks.
And you're not from Norfolk, are you?
Nope. Burton-on-Trent. Burton-on-Trent, mate.
I'm not from Norfolk either.
Brilliant.
I'm from St Albans in Hertfordshire. Jamie, you are from Norwich.
I am. Born and bred. So I can get as Norfolk as you need me to be to bolster up your non-Norfolkness.
It might come in handy.
Might do.
I have got something to say.
Go on.
I don't know if this is classed as self-news. Well, it's self-news. It's something that just happened to me. So that is self-news. So
Self-news.
here we are today, Saturday. Me and Chris were sat at the table waiting for Jamie to arrive, who had said, he's going to be a little bit later than planned, so we were just having a little chill. Then the door went, so I was like, oh, here's Jamie.
Hello.
I went to the door, so I was like, it's Jamie. What am I wearing at the minute, guys? Just for the...
Newsbag t-shirt?
Yeah, got a Newsbag t-shirt on. So I thought...
I should have said nothing. Nothing, it's really awkward.
I was going to say something, but it's pretty awkward when she opened the door.
That would have been good self-news. That would have been more awkward based on what I'm about to say happened.
Would it? Because I know what you're about to say.
I don't.
So I went to the door and I was like, I'm going to give Jamie a nice welcome.
I'm going to record that. It's going to go on our Instagram story. Hang on. Okay, I think it's recording.
So I went to the door and I was like, I'm going to give Jamie a little welcome. So I got my Newsbag t-shirt on and kind of got to the door, opened it with one hand, closed my eyes and was like, ta-da! Open my eyes. Postman.
Wow.
Just the postman.
I was going to say, I didn't know what was going on there because I didn't get any introduction to the door. I had to let myself in.
Did you knock?
Yeah, a knock to push the doorbell. I don't know if that works. I can never remember if that works.
We are terrible hosts, aren't we?
The thing is, I was in here feeling really fully ashamed of what had just happened because the poor postman would have just seen this. And as I opened my eyes, I just saw the red Royal Mail. And I was just like, I'm really sorry, I thought you were my friend, bye. And I just shut the door. So yeah, that's just happened to me. I'm still feeling a bit...
I was just in here. Hannah says, I'll go let Jamie in. And the next thing I hear is, oh, sorry, I thought you were my friend. I was thinking, what's she just done?
I imagine you'd then gone red as...
She did. She came back in.
Post officer's top.
I just came in here, I was like, I'm dying. I'm literally dying.
It took her 20 minutes to get over it.
Oh, so embarrassing. So yeah, that's just happened to me.
In the Newsbag t-shirt, though.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Very cool.
So on the Newsbag t-shirt, Jamie's is here as well. He hasn't put it on yet because it probably would be a bit weird for him to just put it on in front of us. Chris, where's your t-shirt?
Well, it's a good question, yeah.
You live where we record this.
It's reminding me of the Christmas jumper situation again.
I feel a bit bad because...
Go on.
Well, I don't know where it is. I did have a look and then Jamie arrived and I got caught short. I'm sure it's somewhere.
Did you make these?
Well, no. So we should give a shout out to Jess.
Who's
Your
Jess?
sister made them and you've lost yours.
She's going to find out live on air.
Yeah. No, well...
Yeah.
No, wait, I'll find it.
Chris will just cut this out.
Yeah. Like the time I called someone an idiot and it was still on.
Yeah.
So for next time, we'll all be in our t-shirts and we'll be looking very profesh.
Yeah. But no, they're all awesome t-shirts. They've got our logo on and our faces on.
The postman's seen them now, so...
Going viral, isn't it?
Yeah, but what would you be thinking? I'm wearing a t-shirt with my own face on. And I clad my eyes closed doing a dance.
I'm sorry, I thought you were this guy.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought you were him.
Point at your belly button.
It's literally times like these when I just think you two are made for each other.
Yeah.
That is pretty true.
I don't know how we're still alive.
Not got a clue.
My self-news is that I have got a Christmas present here.
It's not too late, is it? What are we in, Feb?
Yeah, middle of February. And I've got a Christmas present to open from Becky.
Becky, my sister as well.
Yeah.
I have quite a few sisters.
So, should I just open it?
I think I've just taken a photo of you there. I'm going to try and put that on the Instagram as well.
Okay. Becky, yours is in the post from me.
Is it?
I didn't get one. Should I got your sister?
I'm sure she'll understand. I mean, she was waiting up on Christmas Day, just hoping that.
ASMR.
What is it, Jamie? Can't see yet, can he? I've asked too early.
Cardboard box so far. It says Jamie on it again, though.
That would have been a great present. Just welcome to series 2. Jamie opens boxes.
Oh my gosh.
Have a close look at what it says on there.
That is
the face.
incredible. That is incredible.
Read out, what does it say?
It's a cup, and it's in the font of our Newsbag logo, and it says News Tea Bag, and it's got my name on it.
So
in a way, I sort of hope you both haven't got one, and I'm the only one that's got this.
Did you tell him we haven't got one?
Yeah, no, we haven't. Have you got one, Chris? I've not got one. I've not got one of them.
Ours don't say Jamie on.
Good point.
So yours
yeah.
is like pretty special.
It is one of a kind in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be really annoyed if it said Chris.
Got the wrong one.
Jamie's now got 3 mugs in front of him, which seems excessive.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Becky and Jess, for our merch.
Definitely. My dad got one as well. They've got matching t-shirts. Like father, like son.
Oh, well, son hasn't got his anymore, but... Awesome. So, we're pretty official now, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. We've got everything. Mics, t-shirts, mugs.
If we can just get
Listeners.
this blanket replaced with like a Newsbag blanket.
Right, that's enough.
Can you imagine if you had just started listening to this podcast? We're just rambling. We're just talking shit. Sorry, everyone.
Right, let's get on with round one. We've got rounds now.
When did that happen?
Yeah, so we're kind of mixing the format up a little bit. We've turned this into a game. Okay?
Yeah.
So
Just for our own enjoyment.
Just because, yeah. So what we're doing is every episode we'll assign a judge, which will be one of the 3 of us. Which this week... Okay, don't do that. It's Jamie.
It's me.
Judge Jamie.
And I've got a bell, in case you didn't notice.
And we don't know when or how the bell is going to come into use, but that's up to him to figure out. So Jamie's going to pit me and Hannah against each other, and there's going to be over 3 rounds, and we'll see who wins at the end. So round 1 is the news game.
So, Jamie, do you want to introduce the game and what's going to happen?
Yeah, so we have got some cards in front of us. Some are true news stories, some are false news stories. Chris and Hannah, this week you're going to pick either a true one or a false one each. So one will have a false story, one will have a true story. You have to convince me that yours is true. Whoever I end up picking essentially wins a point.
Mm-hmm. Have we kind of ripped off Would I Lie to You and something else?
Yeah,
move on. Let's get on with it.
Definitely. Thank you to our time listeners, Emily, Ray and Mark, who have contributed this game for our enjoyment.
Do you know, I really like what you've done about that. You made it sound like they're just listeners.
Not friends, as if
not
like
your
we've
friends. Like we've got some fans that have sent us something there.
Oh, right.
Long-time listeners.
we don't have any listeners that aren't friends or family.
Yeah, that goes without saying. No, they are friends.
I'm going to go from this pile. We don't know what the piles are. Who wants to go first? Jamie, you decide.
Chris, less time to prepare then.
Oh, shit. Okay, so I've never seen this card before. What's on here? Okay, so it's a headline and then kind of a paragraph.
Okay.
I think they're all like that. Tourist trapped in Waterstone's bookshop after closing time. That's pretty plausible already. Who hasn't been in Waterstone's after closing? Let me read. An American tourist in London found himself trapped in a Waterstone's bookshop in London for 2 hours after it closed. After realising he'd been locked in, David Willis took to Twitter asking to be let out. Willis was freed when a surge of people retweeting his message and the police were contacted. So that's either real or it's fake and they've made it up.
Do you want to hear mine before you...
Yeah.
Yeah? Grandmother wins local baking comp with Marks and Spencer's cake. Oh, I love this story already. A grandmother won her local baking competition at a village fete in Cornwall after entering a cake she'd brought from Marks and Spencer's. I kind of wish it says Marks and Sparks. Oh, she's got a great name. Marge Lilly won the competition with the M&S cake and would have got away with it if it had... Oh, God, I can't read. This is a hard game. You have to read. Cake. And would have got away with it had a rival not discovered the box in one of the bins in the marquee. Lily has now been banned from all further baking competitions. I wish that had happened in Norfolk and that would have been one of our stories.
That would have actually been our stories.
Yeah.
It's hard to do this game because you have to read. What did you study at university?
Don't matter, but it's just hard to read under pressure, isn't it, sometimes?
I believe it was English, wasn't it?
English degree.
Wow. Jamie, do you want to...
You're going to ask me a question about mine?
Is it true? That's what I'm going to start with.
It's obviously true. Yeah, I've got the real one, honestly.
The thing I struggle with yours is...
Already decided that he's going to give the point to Hannah. No, you've already decided, haven't you?
No. It's not because you've read it.
You have trouble reading it as well, Jamie.
It's not because you've read it. I've not got an English degree, just so everyone knows. People know roughly when shops close.
Mm. Yeah, but no, because I've walked into Waterstones and I was like, oh, let's just grab a book off the shelf. Before I know it, it's been 2 hours later. And Anne, you've been standing around waiting for me to...
I've never done that. That's never happened.
Well, you can imagine happening those.
Don't try to bring me into your fake story.
So,
But it wouldn't like the store assistants would just be like, guys, nearly closing time. What's he hiding behind a book?
I think that's what I'm struggling with. Like, how has he not been seen by anybody?
Because he's around the corner.
Such a fake news story.
He's around the corner.
Is that what that says?
Well, no, because that's obviously what happened.
And how long was he in there for?
Yeah, 2 hours after it closed. That's how deep into the book he was. So deep that even the staff couldn't see him.
Just talk about being lost in a book.
Mm.
Actually, that's not a phrase, is it?
Can I have a summary of yours again, Hannah?
Yeah, basically, I've forgotten her name, sorry, 1 second. Marge Lily, she entered a baking competition at a local village fete, and but something I do, couldn't be asked to bake a cake. So she just took one from Marks and Spencer's, tried to get away with it, but somebody else who was competing spotted the box in the bin and was like, Marge, what's this? I think she just had to come clean. It ended in like absolute mayhem.
You're making this up. You're making this all up. I can see it in your face.
For me, that's more plausible, though,
Yeah,
because...
I know. Well, it's possible because it's true.
Bake sales that my wife and Imogen, who's 10 years old, some people bake cakes, some people will just take one in last minute because they don't have time.
Chocolate fudge cake.
M&S do make some good cakes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why she did it. That's why she did it.
But they'd recognise it.
What? No.
They'd recognise it. They'd be like,
oh, no, until you see the box. People are really good at baking cakes.
Right, I'm using that to... You two are arguing now. So...
Is that our first ever argument?
Yeah, it's live on air.
Okay, you've got to make a judgment. You pressed the bell, you've got to be...
Yeah, I've made my judgment. I sort of made it as soon as both stories were read out, to be honest.
Because obviously it's what's true, isn't it?
I think you made it as soon as you walked into the room.
I just think it's obvious which was true, so...
Go on.
I think the thing that's unbelievable for me is that your guy is somehow just so oblivious that the shop is shut, and like, surely he knows what the time is, and also 2 hours. I mean, stuck in there for 2 hours.
Even though that story is obviously not true, it could have been Chris. The way you've just described that, it could have been Chris.
That's the only way I think that is plausible, is if it was you. And then that to me tells me it's a lie, because you would have told me on this podcast sooner that you were in the news for getting stuck in a shop.
That would have been his self-news.
And you're not American.
If I could do it, then other people can do it.
Mm.
But the cake, you can imagine that happening, can't you, Jamie?
I can, because I know that does happen. So I'm going to go with Hannah here. So I think if Hannah's is false, I'm going to give you 2 points.
Okay.
Wow, you're that sure.
If it's true, I'll give you 1 point.
Okay. Shall we announce?
Is that just because you're so confident that you're right?
Yeah.
Hannah, is your story true or false?
Grandmother wins local baking comp with Marks and Spencer cake is fake news.
Oh.
Fake, Jamie.
2 points.
It was ridiculous.
Ah, yes. I'm
Good
so
fake,
happy.
yeah.
I think that's what's probably quite good about it, though, is that it's not that ridiculous.
I like that they were really boring stories. That if we'd have spoiled a newspaper, we would have had as that stories like
definitely.
both of them.
Yeah, these are perfect, aren't they? In fact, screw this. Just keep going.
They don't need to be around Norfolk, do they? It's a lot less preparation as well. Can we stop because I need a wee?
So 2 points to Hannah there.
2 points to me.
You can trash
She convinced me of a fake news. I actually am, yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
He's got his iPad up, so he might be telling
Has he got a spreadsheet?
No, I've just sort of added a little section onto my
cool
little notes bit here.
All right, to be honest, that's like your problem. That's your responsibility. So
you asked me.
We're going to move on to round 2.
Round 2.
Round 2.
What is round 2?
Local stories.
It's catchy. Can we think of another name for that as well at some point? This is basically what we did for the whole of series 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or one less story. So again, Chris will give me his story, Hannah, you'll give me yours, and then I will decide who I think's got the better story.
And like, we can just judge it however you like.
Judge it however I like. I know that I am going to put
points towards Hannah.
No,
you can't just.
Points towards preparedness.
Good.
I'd like to make a point then. I don't. Or shall I wait?
I don't think you need to, because
it will
you might come across as more prepared.
Okay. Well, I won't make a point. My point will remain inside.
So I didn't realise it'd be best story, but that's fine. Yeah, I'll spoil it round through his headlines, so it really is just the same as all we've done is shoehorn.
You might as well get it out now.
Okay, here's my local story.
Go on.
So this has happened in Lowestoft, published on the 12th of February. Dog owner ordered to remove 15 kilograms of pet's waste from garden after claiming it 8 council's warning letters. Thank you to Reese Hansen, the journalist here. Right, a dog owner has been fined more than £1,700 after failing to clear 15 kilograms of dog waste from his own garden.
How much I can't think how much is that? How much is that in stone? Because I can't work in kilograms.
I have done the maths.
Okay.
So give me a minute.
Of course you have.
2 stone.
Like a small child.
Okay.
2.5 stone.
Yeah.
Maybe like 2 or 3 year old, maybe.
Your left leg.
You calling her fat?
Paul McConville of Lowestoft
That's a great name.
sparked complaints from neighbours after amassing an accumulation of dog waste in his garden in May 2019. After 2 letters requesting he clean up the waste went ignored, McConville was visited by East Suffolk Council's private sector housing officer. He made no effort to remove the waste, with 2 council officers removing approximately 5 kilograms. During a site visit, officers noted the waste was still present. You don't need a site visit to use some binoculars or something.
Why are they only taking like small amounts of it?
They took a third of it away.
Who took it away? The council?
Council came, visited, and they took 5 kilograms away. That's quite a lot.
Just do all of it though. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
just do it one big fell swoop.
Maybe they meant to, and then they just got sick of it. They're like, I'm not doing this. This is not what I'm being paid for.
disgusting.
The waste was still present, along with a strong smell, which would have prevented the neighbours from using their garden. However, on December 3rd, that's 3 months later,
Oh my gosh.
during a visit
a lot.
to remove the waste, again happened to visit, he denied receiving the letters, suggesting his dogs may have eaten them.
That's the classic, like the dog ate my homework,
Dog,
isn't
yeah.
it? I think he must have used that at school, and throughout life, that has been his excuse for everything.
I think they must have sent an awful amount of letters for him to 15 kilograms
Also,
of
no
shit
wonder he's
in his-
producing that much if he's eating that many letters.
Yeah.
It's not good for you to eat a letter, is it?
No, it's not good for you. A lot of
He's
fibre
probably
in
going
it.
like, so yeah, if you can take that away, maybe check through it, see if you can find your letters.
Yeah. Just have a rummage.
We're still in there. Yeah, so I looked up.
Conversion rates,
Yeah.
as I often do.
So according to the US National Bureau of Standards,
Is this within the article?
no, this is
Oh,
my
okay.
extra.
Is this you trying to like,
I
because
can't.
you know there's going to be a point for preparation, like,
According to them, feces are characterised by a density of 1.06 grams per milliliter. So work it out. So 15 kilograms is about 2 gallons.
how much is a what?
So that's about as much petrol as it takes me to get to my parents' house in St Albans.
That's quite a lot, isn't it?
Wow.
That is
So
quite a lot.
Shovel that in your car and that can get you 100 miles.
Well, that's probably why like, they had to do it in a few trips then, to be fair to the council.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they've got quite big trucks.
I think that's the problem I've got. I can't
got
quite
trucks.
envisage how much is there.
So it's about 16 litres or 32 pints,
What are them,
roughly.
you know, like a bottle of Coke, like the ones that are like, not the massive ones, not the small ones. What's
The normal size one.
The 2 litre
how many of
bottles.
them is it then?
8 of those. Yeah, 8 of those full of
It's not that much.
emptied over the...
Actually, it's quite a lot. Yeah, but it's not a
It's
lot
not
when you
like a
think that the
bar full,
council
isn't it?
kept visiting.
Probably like a bar full of Coke.
It's quite a lot, actually.
Quite a bit.
Take it back.
He said he was unaware the council had removed waste in August. There's obviously so much that you didn't even notice. Officers cleared approximately 10 kilograms of waste, that's later on, with disinfectant sprayed over the area, because that will sort it. Bit of TCP
Yeah, bit of
over
spray.
the area.
Also, not got rid of all of it, so just that one area.
Yeah.
But there's still all that shit over there.
To be fair, that is often how I tend to approach cleaning of the house. I'm like, oh, I've wiped the surfaces. Everything else is just shoved in a cupboard.
Some comment, oh, it looks good. As long as you don't go anywhere. Exactly,
Do not look behind anything.
It's basically that, yeah. You know, normally we do like a describe the picture.
Yeah.
Like, okay, luckily we're not doing that.
Yeah, I don't want you to
Oh,
describe the
ideal.
picture.
I'd have taken away a point that you don't have if you'd have described the picture.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
So just confirm Chris has got no point yet.
Yeah, no points currently.
I've got 2.
But I can't go to negative then. That's good.
Well, let's never say never.
No, the picture is just of the road that he lives on.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not actually a picture of it. So McConville was found guilty of breaching an abatement notice under the Environmental Protection Act. Councillor James Mallender said there are a small number of inconsiderate people who feel the rules do not apply to them, but there is absolutely no excuse for failing to clear up after your dog, even on private property.
There isn't an excuse, to be fair.
I mean, if your dog takes a shit in the park and you clean it up, that's one thing. 15 kilograms in your own garden, though. That you've left it a while.
The problem is, it is your own property, but yeah, you don't want to live there next door, do you?
I think I've had enough about that story now.
Okay. Do you want to know how much he was fined?
Oh, yes, actually.
Okay. Yeah, no, he was fined £500 for breaching the abatement notice. An additional £500 for failing to prevent the recurrence of the waste. He must also pay £400, £325 and £50 compensation and victim surcharge.
I just wanted a total.
It's about well, it said earlier on, actually £1,700.
So you have already told me.
It was in the first line, so I wonder how much of that went to the dog for being forced to climb this mountain of waste. So,
I actually feel sorry for the dog.
yeah, he can do me off now.
Hannah, your story.
Before we do the story,
Oh, I forgot to mention.
has anybody missed
What was it?
snack bag?
Snack bag.
So we'll say snack bag. And if anybody has been on our Instagram, probably not, because don't really post stuff, but we will do from now.
Yeah.
Got an official snack bag now. So
Yeah,
this
we
is
do.
also courtesy of Becky. So thank you, Becky.
Yeah.
I'm glad I've got this because the snack bag we had for Series 1 was a Roy's bag that I'd got a Sharpie and put snack bag on, but I spelt it wrong.
Which
and then
you misspelt the first time.
Misspelt.
Where's bag?
Not just once. Twice. You spelled it wrong.
yeah. So
English degree.
no, it's spelt right. Snack bag. On the other side, news bag. Who wants to go first? Do you think the judge should choose?
Yeah, okay. The
Judge
judge can
chooses.
choose.
Okay,
Good
Jamie.
idea.
Shall I film this then for the story? I'm obsessed with this now, aren't
Yeah.
I? Right.
Shall I just clear some of this?
I was going to film you reaching.
Just gonna let Jamie reach into the snack bag.
It's a tattoo there, isn't it? What's it got?
Oh, what are they?
Oh, I've got wildlife variety tubes.
Nice.
Famous.
Wildlife variety tubes.
The classic snack.
Are they famous?
No, no
I was
idea
gonna
what
say-
they are.
Froops, I believe, are famous.
I feel like they're a rip-off of a froob.
Yeah, almost definitely. Quite excited about these.
A bit like we're ripping off the news game.
We
But
did.
for
the
anyone
news-
that's unaware, it's basically a tube of yogurt.
Can I just make one more point? I didn't get them this. I did go get this morning, but they haven't been in the fridge since. So sorry if they're a bit warm.
Okay, nice.
What flavours are
We're
they?
going to suck on these then. Hannah always brings a snack back in, by the way.
For anyone who's just started tuning in,
This is normal.
this is because I'm not very good at all the technical stuff, so I don't bring much to that side of things.
It's
but
sort of like, it's not incredibly cold, but it's still cold enough.
still
I think.
cold enough. I've got apricot.
Yeah, I've just swapped for the strawberry one.
Okay. Oh God,
I've
it's
got
gone
the
everywhere.
strawberry one. I think you might have the raspberry.
Oh, I've got
one.
raspberry.
Actually, it's quite nice. I do feel like a child.
Hannah, you can't eat it because you just do your story. So that's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. You have to squeeze it. You've got to be a bit careful, haven't you?
Okay, everyone's settled with their snacks. Oh,
What, you take a photo?
passengers evacuate.
Oh, wow. Do you want to sign the point now?
Oh, yeah.
Hit the bell.
I'm really struggling with reading today. Passengers evacuated after train hits mystery object.
A mystery?
Yep,
You're
it's a
turning on
mystery.
You're turning on Jamie's toes here.
Episode 1, and we're straight in with a mystery.
It's not a swan.
What?
It's not a swan.
No
is it?
swans involved. Actually,
We had a lot of swans. In
I'll be
the
honest. Well, you know, I'll go through the story in a minute. But again, you're not going to get what you want from the story. So, passengers were evacuated from a train after it collided with an object on the tracks.
It's a pretty mysterious headline. They've not said what it is.
It's a mystery, so I'm hoping we're going to, you know, get a bit of excitement. The Tuesday 6:51am East Midlands train from Norwich to Cambridge hit an unidentified object near Thetford and was forced to stop at the station while engineers investigated. Passengers were told the train had hit an object and that the damage to the underside of the carriage was not repairable. Peter Tyson was on the train at the time and said he felt a large thump as the heels went... the wheels...
The wheels went what? Round the wheels went round it.
Object. Oh, it's boring already. Basically, we don't find out what the object was.
What?
He just said there was lots of men at the station looking under the train, and polite glances and raised eyebrows among other passengers happened.
That made it in. So instead of the detail about what they ate, they gave the facial expressions of the people on board. Where's the... Give me the bell.
Well, no, hold on.
Oh, Jamie's finger was hovering
Well, no, hold on. So,
on the trigger.
Go on.
yeah, there's nothing else to the story.
So,
Wow.
I am going to take a point away from you, Hannah. More from the point of view that you have got an English degree and you're unable to speak today.
Yeah, that helps as well.
I was eating a wildlife tube. I've just noticed they're called tube.
Priorities is what I would say on that.
Tubes.
But what a mystery. So the mystery is we still don't know what the object was.
I mean, did the train derail or anything? Was there any kind of...
Came to a stop.
So whatever it was wasn't very big. It just kind of rolled over, I don't know, some kind of like small bread.
But it did mean that the train couldn't carry on. It's quite a...
Maybe this is one of those like riddles where it's ice and it melted away.
Oh yeah, smashed through the...
And the train sailed on as if nothing happened.
Oh yeah.
It's quite a mystery though, isn't it?
It's nothing. Nothing. Didn't hit any... It, I don't know, rolled over like a piece of soil. And the train driver was like, oh, I better stop. Health and safety again, isn't it? Oh, we better stop the train in case there's a coronavirus.
I like the thought of the polite, what was it? Eyebrows raised, like, ooh, what is it? Passengers are just like politely raising their eyebrows.
The object was so insignificant and minuscule that all it got was an eyebrow raise.
It doesn't even feel like from the story that there was any fear. It wasn't like, oh my God, the train's just stopped. It was just like, and then
Probably
it
like, this
stopped.
is annoying. got
more-
places to be.
It's more scary when the track's just a bit bumpy. I'm like, oh Jesus, that does more than raise eyebrows. I'm like panicking.
So it was less than that.
Right, take the all points off because
What?
Uh,
oh no.
No, not taking any more points off.
Have you got?
Take the points off.
Are you amazed though? Did I have a point? Why did I have a point taken off?
Because all of the mispronunciations during that story.
To be fair, it didn't flow well for listeners, did it? Everything I've said today has not flowed well. Fine.
there'll be some listeners with their eyebrows.
I'll get a
politely
point
raised.
back for how good the story was, so it's fine.
I'm ready to give my points for this. So,
Judgment time. Unnecessary.
I'm having another froob tube.
so just to give you where my thinking is, Hannah, for your story, I quite like that it was fairly short.
Points for short.
I also liked it was a mystery,
Well, you do like mysteries, Jamie
I do
Judge,
like
and I
mysteries,
thought I would,
and that did
give you a
appeal
mystery.
to me. However, I don't think the mystery is going to get looked into anymore.
Definitely not. No, but when do they ever in the EDP?
Well, I had my first mystery, didn't I? And I managed to find out that it,
What about if you put me a point down? If with the view that I'll come back with an update. If I never come back with an update, you can take the point back off me.
well, don't tell me how to allocate the points.
-1 point for arrogance.
But what I will say is, I will give you a point later on if you do come back with an update on it. But you won't get one, and then it will get taken away, because that could be indefinite.
Okay, we'll just put it in pencil. Okay.
Yeah. Chris,
Yeah.
I did like your story. I liked just how much shit there was, to be honest.
Quite a lot of bathtub.
Yeah.
We didn't confirm it's a bathtub.
I do genuinely think you were more prepared, but it didn't feel like you were more prepared.
I feel like I'm on the Bake Off or something. Paul Hollywood has given me the.
It has made me a lot more tense, this new format.
I was also thinking, like, we're going to have to start, like, getting new stories that the judge
actually
will
good.
enjoy.
The appeal to the judge.
Yeah. I also, the thing I didn't like about yours is that you did tell me the fine amount at the start, but because of how long it was, I forgot.
Yeah.
And then you broke down the fine, and that annoyed me.
Waffle, didn't he?
Yeah.
News isn't about
I just
detail.
asked what the fine. You said, "Do you want to know what the fine amount is?" And I said, "Yes." So that made me think, oh, maybe he hasn't told me before because I'd forgotten. However, on this occasion, I just think because we've not had a news story like it before, I am going to give a point to Chris.
What?
Nice.
Do you know what? I just would never have seen that come in.
Yeah.
To
If
be
Chris was
honest,
going to get a point.
Great.
I didn't see it coming.
I did leave us with a mystery, but didn't get a point. It's fine.
Yeah.
I guess feedback I'd give you, Chris, is you did do some preparation in terms of trying to work out different metrics of the amount of shit.
Yep.
However, I don't feel like you did the metrics to what we were asking.
It's because it wasn't what I prepared, so I ignored what you were asking.
Yeah.
And continue to read through his days.
Did what you say.
Have I got any feedback?
Yeah, try a little bit harder next time.
So where are we on with points at the minute, Jamie?
Round up of points.
It's currently, if Hannah would have spoken a little bit better, she would be in the lead, but she's not. So it's a draw with 1 point each.
1-1.
High scoring there.
1 point each.
episode.
So it's all to play for in round 3.
It is all to play for, and it is all to play for because we're on to headlines.
Headlines.
And I've got some headlines that will have more than 1 point.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Wow, okay. So headlines. Jamie has found headlines, hopefully interesting ones, from anywhere, actually.
Yeah,
These
from
aren't
around
What
the
do you
world,
mean?
possibly.
What do you mean from anywhere?
It's not local anymore, so they used to do headlines based on local stories. It can be quite difficult to find enough headlines, so we've just said that we can take headlines from wherever we find them.
So basically, we have lost our niche already. We started off being a podcast that talked about Norfolk news, and we're now basically just going from anywhere. Yeah, I'm fine with
our
it.
stories
just
are still
checking.
local.
The stories
so
are local.
Yeah.
Round 2 is very
lost
local.
the niche. All right,
Yeah.
off we go.
You buy the snacks locally as well, so.
That's true. Yeah.
Very local,
and you're
actually.
from Norwich.
And I am from Norwich, so it's about as local as you get, really.
Yeah.
Those snacks are really local because Hannah went out to Tesco, which is about a minute away.
Yeah.
This morning.
But you didn't say you've taken out a word from these headlines, and we're going to try and guess what that word is.
Yep. All words. So headline 1. Fast food worker fired after...
All right, Jamie, do you want to
Oh, I just love this one.
We're not being able to
No, it's because it made me laugh, not because I couldn't talk. Fast food worker fired after being taking a what in restaurant sink?
Discovered, obviously the first one.
Caught.
Spotted.
No,
We did one word at a time.
Seen.
no.
What was the second one?
After being taking a what in restaurant sink?
We in.
No,
Taking
no,
a Big Mac
no.
into the sink.
You've assumed McDonald's there. I've not said that, so no.
Find for taking 15 kilograms of crap into the kitchen sink.
Have we got a point? What? Yeah.
No one's got a point on this one. Fast food worker fired after being filmed taking a bath in restaurant sink.
I said record it, so a point for that.
Why would you have it just...
For TikTok. So he's done it to try and be famous,
What's
basically.
TikTok?
How small is he? He can have a bath in a sink.
It's impressive. Is he a boy? Is he a young boy?
He's a young boy. There's sort of a
Is there a
picture, but it
picture?
says video unavailable over it, so you can't quite get there.
His head is in the sink.
Yeah.
Also, I like the next one. It's just a picture of Fox. Is that your next headline?
It is, yeah.
Next one, Fox.
What
I'm
animal
going to say.
seen...
I'm going to say that. So, headline 2. Fox causes havoc after breaking into what?
Pantry.
No.
circus performer. Circus act.
Breaking into a circus performer.
Chris, you're close to getting a point removed, just so you know.
Not
it
take it
seriously.
seriously.
Break.
Tesco.
No.
Break into Asda.
No.
It's so creative.
Different supermarket.
House, like Jamie did today.
No. Had to, or this podcast wouldn't have happened. So.
Oh no! Wasn't this on the news? Did he break into politics, into the House of Commons? Yeah.
Point to Hannah.
I saw it. Just remembered.
Oh wow. I didn't see that.
Yeah, so Fox causes havoc after breaking into Parliament.
And now he's running the country.
One thing I did like about this story is that somebody saw on Twitter that it happened. So they went outside and they took a picture of Fox shit that was nearby. Say, yeah, so we've been affected too.
Oh wow. 15 kilograms.
So Chris, you really need to pull it out of the bag here.
Pull it out.
Headline 3. Police drop off what after what car is seized?
Wheels.
No.
They drop off the criminal after his...
Oh, dog. Wasn't there a dog once that he dropped a dog off? Oh no, I didn't know it was in the same headline. Dog.
No.
Drop passenger?
No.
Drop off.
I'll tell you
Mary
what.
Berry.
I'll give you some more of the headline.
Okay.
So I'll take away one of the whats.
Okay.
Police drop off what after delivery driver's car is seized?
Pizza.
No.
Take away Indian.
Subway. Curry. Food.
Whoever gets the thing, I will give the point.
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yes.
Oh, I said Big Mac earlier, but can we just put me saying Big Mac in? Like,
I mean, Chris has edited it, so I doubt. Police drop off Big Mac meal after the delivery driver's
Is it
car
actually
is
Big
seized.
Mac meal?
Yeah. And there is literally a picture of the McDonald's in the police car.
well done to the police, though.
I love how they still dropped
That
it
is-
off.
yeah.
I thought that was fair play.
That's great. Well, we did that story where they dropped off the dog.
Yeah,
because
that's what I said.
the owner was doing drugs in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
They got more time on their hands.
Well done to the police.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's the end of round 3 then, I think.
Yeah.
Do we get a kind of final scores?
Final scores, yeah.
On the
so
doors.
Chris is on 2 points, Hannah is on 2 points. So
Right, draw. Round. Draw.
That's a draw.
It's a round.
And now for the tiebreaker that you prepared, Jamie.
Yeah.
What's the?
is this news?
It's reaching.
Okay, he's trying to pick up.
It's difficult.
Is this news real or fake?
He just picked up from the piles of.
Here we go.
Long haul flight goes ahead despite only carrying one passenger.
True.
Fake. They never have one.
True.
passenger.
It was fake.
Oh,
Chris wins round 1 of season series 2.
I'm not clapping.
No, I'm sure you can put it back because you got a point in the bag. You just have to find out. You've got to follow up on the
The
mystery.
Newsbag.
Goes without saying, if Hannah would have spoken more efficiently in this, she would have won and wouldn't have had to have done the tiebreaker.
That's fine.
So-
Practice for next time.
Well, there we are. Thanks very much for listening. If you want a bit more of us, you can follow us on Instagram because we're trying to be a bit more like what people do when they go and post things on the social medias. When to get So on Instagram at Newsbag Podcast, go and follow us, and you'll see Jamie reaching into a bag that says snack bag on it, and you'll see Hannah doing a little dance.
Yeah, got a bit of a point to make though.
Okay.
Probably won't, because doesn't the Instagram story just last for a day?
Right.
Good point.
Okay. Well, you better get on there quick.
For future, always look every day because you never know when we will put stories on Instagram. So
Exactly. We're not going good at this, are we? We need to get better.
we should join TikTok, put ourselves in your sink, laugh at ourselves.
Have a bath. Anyway, see you on Instagram and subscribe to us if you're not already. You can use Podcast Addict or iTunes or anywhere like that. For now, guys, our news bag is empty.
Bye.
Bye bye.